annual Colgate Women's Games. Brought to you by Colgate in great regular flavor and Colgate Winter Fresh Gel. By Fresh Start laundry detergent. And by Palmolive dishwashing liquid. Mild Palmolive softens hands while you do dishes.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Bud Palmer. Welcome to the Colgate Women's Games number 9. Our expert commentator once again this year, as he has been every year, is the meet director, Fred Thompson. Great to see you again, Fred. Now, I mentioned last year that the largest track meet in the world. Is that true?
It is. Everybody thinks the Olympic Games is, but it isn't. They only have about 14,000. And over our preliminaries, we have over 20,000 youngsters who come in.
This is the 9th game. Can you name one competitor out of the past of all the 9 games who has been the most outstanding? That's tough.
No, not really. Diane Dixon, last year's outstanding athlete. She's in college now. She just set 3 American records and 1 world record in her first year.
And the scholarships generated here really help the girls. That's over $300,000 now.
Yes, but we look at those as nudges. We want them to go on and complete their educations, and so we figure this is a way to nudge them into school.
Fred, I know it's your baby, and you've really done an outstanding bit of work with us. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, bud. I love it.
The grand opening march, and here come our 233 finalists into Madison Square Garden. Each division or age group with their own celebrity. Another huge crowd here, Fred.
Yeah, bud, it's well over 12,000.
And the energy level is really high. The Heidi-O Kid, the great Cab Calloway. The brilliant recording artist, Ashford and Simpson. New York Knickerbocker basketball player Ed Sherrard with TV commentator Conchita Pierce and Hilda Miro, TV and radio star. Jeff Larmer of the New Jersey Devils, along with actress Dina Merrill and her husband, Academy Award winner Cliff Robertson. Award-winning Broadway star Ben Vereen.
Boy, he looks like he's in shape.
Rugged defensive end with the New York Giants, Gary Jeter. The original star of the Broadway hit Annie, Andrea McCardle, and guess who? Hi, Sandy. Glad to have you with us again. Commentator Chi-Chi Williams of WABC's Eyewitness News. The popular, energetic Congressman Charles Rangel of New York's 16th District. Vanessa Townsend, fabulous star of the Broadway smash hit Green Girl. Marty Lyons, rugged tackle for the New York Jets with Gary Jeter. Now to officially open the games, the gentleman responsible for this wonderful civic sports event, Chairman of the Board and Chief Executive Officer of Colgate-Palmolive, Mr. Keith Crane.
Thank you, Bud, and welcome everyone to the finals of the 9th annual Colgate Women's Games. Tonight, more than 230 girls and young women will be trying for trophies, scholarships, and for the sheer pleasure of it all. Whether they win or not, every one of them deserves to be called a champion. Thank all of you for coming tonight and sharing the excitement with us. Now let's get on with the show and watch these remarkable women take to the track. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Keith. And off go our finalists to the sounds of the All-City High School Chorus of New York, directed by a great guy and friend of Colgate, Mr. John Motley. There he is, swinging right along as always with his great chorus. First event, Elementary B. That's grades 4 and 5, ages between 8 and 10, 55-meter hurdles. Lane number 1, Deambi Williams. Beside her, Casey Jean McLaughlin.
What a great tragedy. Casey won't be able to run because she now has a broken ankle.
That's too bad. Here's one of the favorites, Ida Luz Roman in lane number 3. Beside her, another one of the favorites, little Natasha Reynolds. Could be between these two, right, Fred?
It sure should. It's been a battle all season.
Number 5 is Tara Watson. That's in lane number 5. And rounding out the field is Stacy Mariano. And, of course, lane 2 will be empty because Casey G. McLaughlin has that broken ankle. Now, to watch is the taller girl, Ida Luz Roman, in lane number 3. And the standing start, little Natasha Reynolds in lane number 4. They're off. Good start. Williams goes down. Reynolds leads. Here comes Roman. It's fairly even. Reynolds leads again. Roman comes on and just, I believe, nips her at the wire.
What a finish!
Ida Luz Roman, the taller girl, wins over Natasha Reynolds.
Here they come down the straightaway. Look at her study and concentration. The both of them watching their hurdles. Roman changing her stride pattern. Natasha Reynolds watching each hurdle. Ida Luz Roman even. And as I said before, what a finish. Time 10.14.
Here's Gary Jeter and our winner.
What was your strategy? I hear you changed it up in order to win this.
Yeah, because I thought she was going to beat me, so my coach told me that if I can't make it with my 3 steps, to switch to my 5 steps.
A change in stride pattern wanted for Ida Luz Roman.
2 great little athletes. More hurdles in a moment.
Little sisters never change. She still bugs me when I use Colgate Winter Fresh Gel. Love that super-looking gel. My turn. What a cool taste. It's my turn. Mom!
Colgate Winter Fresh Gel is a creamy blue gel packed with proven MFP fluoride, the maximum fluoride protection a toothpaste can give.
Scott, what have I told you?
It's good for both of us.
Regular flavor Colgate or Colgate Winter Fresh Gel, maximum fluoride protection in a great tasting gel.
Using that expensive detergent in these times? Expensive? Not Fresh Start. Come on, Beth. That small bottle costs about the same as this big box of detergent.
Sure, but I get the same number of wash loads because Fresh Start is concentrated. You only need a quarter cup.
But how well can a quarter cup work?
Better than your detergent. Fresh Start's got an extra whitener, extra brightener, and stain fighters your big box doesn't have.
You know, I just had a great idea.
I think your idea has a lot of value.
Fresh Start. Just a little detergent gets you a lot of clean.
Now to the mid-school 55-meter hurdles. That's grades 6 through 8. The favorite is Monifa Taylor. Earlier, we had a chance to visit with Monifa. Monifa Taylor was 12 on March 3rd. She still holds the Colgate Games records in the elementary A and B divisions in the 55-meter hurdles. She practices twice a week, but she always saves time for her friends here in Co-op City and for her studies. Monifa is consistently on the honor roll at her school, IS 180 in the Bronx.
Well, I think Monifa is an all-around girl. She's a good student. She's well-behaved. She has a good sense of humor. She has a lot of friends. She's really all around.
When Monifa was 7, she saw a film on the Colgate Games and decided to enter the hurdles.
Monifa had taken ballet for several years before she started running track, and she was able to jump over the most boxes. She used to stack ballet boxes for the kids to leap over, and she was able to leap over 8 when she was about 7 years old, and you know she was the most outstanding in the class.
Monifa already has 4 first-place Colgate trophies, thanks to hard work, talent, and her coach, her father, a computer systems analyst.
I have to be careful in terms of what things I do for her, that I don't over-push, that things like that. It makes it easier and then at the same time harder.
Robert Taylor took up coaching when Monifa took up track. Monifa and the Bronx Zodiac Track Club work out at the Kingsbridge Armory, a big improvement from the garage parking lot where they used to train. Monifa Taylor, undefeated in the Colgate Games. And there's Monifa with a heavily bandaged thigh.
Yeah, buddy, she has a pulled hamstring muscle, and I hope it doesn't affect the performance tonight.
Here are the lane announcements. At lane number 1 is Vanessa Robinson. Tanya Bailey in lane number 2. And here's the favorite. Looking quite concerned, Monifa Taylor, very serious, Fred.
Yeah, I guess she could be a little bit worried.
Beside her, her chief competition is Marcia Guialdo.
This is one of the most ferocious competitors in the Colgate games, sir.
Lane number 5, Monique Poindexter. And rounding out the field is Teresa Watson in lane number 6. Monifa Taylor in lane number 3. There she is. And right beside her in lane number 4, Marcia Guialdo. Ought to be a heck of a race. Great start by Monifa. Robinson, lane number 1, doing well. Guialdo is coming up. Very close. And Monifa hit the hurdle. Guialdo beats her, and that's a big upset, Fred.
Well, Bud, I saw what happened on the last hurdle. Monifa was not able to pick that lead leg up the same way she did over the first 3. Here they come. Over the last hurdle, you see the lead leg drop somewhat. She hit it with the right leg, and she stumbled. Guialdo the winner easily.
And that's the first loss for Monifa Taylor at Madison Square Garden. Upset by Marcia Guialdo. Now we go to the high school hurdles. Obviously, that's grades 9 through 12. We'll have the lane announcements coming up. Lane 1 is empty, so we go to lane number 2, which is Donna Morell. There she is.
She's a vastly improved hurdle this year, Bud.
Big smile. Lane number 3 is Joanne Brown, one of the favorites. Here's the other favorite, Catherine King. How about the reaction from the crowd, Fred? This is Frederica Winley, lane number 5.
She's the Eastern States High School champion last year.
And finally, lane number 6, Larietta Johnson.
Larietta returned to the game. She was away at school for a while.
There's the favorite, Joanne Brown. Beside her is Catherine King in lane number 4. Should be perhaps between these two, but we'll have to just wait and see.
Well, Bud, they've traded wins, 4 of them all season.
Good start. Very even. King goes out ahead. Winley's coming on with Morell, and it is King winning just at the wire. Winley was second, I believe. Donna Morell was third, and Joanne Brown, surprisingly, was 4th.
Now, look what goes on here. Very good lead leg. Donna Morell was ahead. Catherine King comes forward. She snaps down very fast in the lead leg. Frederica Winley leaves a little too early. It's Catherine King at the wire. An excellent time, 8.24.
Now it's the college and open hurdles. Should be another superb race. And here we go to the lane announcements. In lane number 1 is Lisa Savary. In lane number 2, Lorraine Tummings, her 9th game, 4 times first place, holds a Madison Square Garden record of 7.91 in this division. Lane 3 is Dolores Gibbs, who's really been hot. Beside her in lane number 4 is Maureen Prendergast. Lane 5 is Patsy Baptiste. And Regina Gaffney is in lane number 6. Excellent field. As I mentioned, should be a very fast race.
Week after week, Maureen Prendergast has been the one to catch. In the preliminaries and semifinals, she's been out with a tremendous start, and then somebody would try to catch her.
That's Prendergast in lane 4. Let's watch her start. Dolores Gibbs right beside her in lane number 3. Oh, Prendergast, a great start. She's out ahead. Gibbs is trying to catch her. Gibbs is coming up on her. Prendergast hit the hurdle, and Gibbs wins it. Prendergast was second. Third was Baptiste. And a very fast time, unofficially.
Here they come down the straightaway over the hurdle, and it's Gibbs snapping down very quickly. She got a better start than she usually gets, and the time indicates it. A sensational 7.84, a new record.
And here's winner Dolores Gibbs with Ed Sherrod of the New York Knicks.
I have moderately strict parents, so I didn't have much of a social life in high school, so I decided to join the track and field team. So many people told me that, Dolores, you have to do something with those legs. So I decided to join the team at my high school.
And here's actress Dina Merrill and her husband, Academy Award winner Cliff Robertson, enjoying the Colgate women's game. Back in a moment.
Hi. Oh, she's here. You okay? Hi. Thanks for coming, Madge. We're warming up for my show.
Our first exercise, ladies, hide the hands.
It's dishwashing. What'll I try?
Everything. And use Palmolive liquid. You're softening in it.
Feels soft, like a lotion. Must be mild. But how does it clean?
Beautifully. Makes a whole sink full of thick, long-lasting suds. And Palmolive softens hands while you do dishes.
Madge, you and Palmolive really shape up.
You should see us in a bathing suit. Remember, Palmolive softens hands while you do dishes.
Fresh and clean as a whistle. That's Irish Springs. Fresh and clean as a whistle.
Irish Springs green and white stripes have two truly effective deodorants. Two deodorants.
And a fine, fresh scent. So you're fresh and
Clean as a whistle.
that's Irish Spring deodorant soap. Gets you fresh and clean as a whistle.
Today's science goes beyond fluoride toothpastes with one of the greatest cavity-fighting discoveries in decades. Now for your child, FluoriGuard Dental Rinse. Extra fluoride protection that's so effective, children who used a fluoride rinse after brushing got 40% fewer cavities than with fluoride toothpaste alone. FluoriGuard with the taste kids like. FluoriGuard's accepted by the American Dental Association. With a fluoride rinse, children got 40% fewer cavities than with fluoride toothpaste alone.
The rainbow of colors explains the different class groups. Elementary A is grades 1 through 3, elementary B 4 and 5, mid-school grades 6 through 8, and there's the high school, the college open, and a class for women over 30. Now from the top of Madison Square Garden, we go down to the track for the 400 meters mid-school. That's grades 6 through 8. Here's Desiree Black, a winner last year in the 800 meters, now the game's record holder in the 400 meters, which she set in the preliminaries of 57.35. Lane number 2 is Barbara Hamburg.
She's a vastly improved competitor, Bud.
And beside her is Sonia Hall. And on the outside in lane number 4 is Felicia Edwards. Now they have to stay in their lanes for the first half lap. Oops, almost a false start by Desiree. They're off. And after the first half lap, they can switch to the inside. Let's see who gets there first. Desiree's pushing, but Hamburg is out ahead. And Hamburg cuts it in front of Desiree. So Hamburg's first, Desiree Black is second.
That's pretty unusual, Bud, because Desiree's been leading all of his races. Barbara Hamburg is out to win today.
And Felicia Edwards is making a move on the outside. Comes up beside Hamburg. Desiree is now third.
The race is 2 3/4 laps, and when they get down to this turn, Bud, they have 1 lap to go.
It's still Hamburg, Edwards, and Black. Black on the outside trying to catch Edwards. She does. Now she's going after Hamburg.
Now this is what has made Desiree Black one of the great competitors. She hates to lose.
Black is on the outside. She goes by Hamburg. Can she hang on? It looks like great time. And Desiree Black is the winner. A great race by Barbara Hamburg, who finishes second.
But the time was 58.50, but I think we can't overlook Barbara Hamburg's time. 58.94, the best race of her life. Here they come off the last turn. Barbara Hamburg is still ahead, but Desiree Black will not be denied. They bump here. Throws Barbara Hamburg a little off stride, but Desiree was there, and she's going to win it.
The time, 58.5, a new Garden record. And here's hockey player Jeff Larmer of the New Jersey Devils with our winner.
Did you have any strategy to win the race?
Yes, I planned my strategy at the end of kick, so my time could be a little faster. Because I have the record in the 400 at 57.3.
Tonight there are 233 finalists here at Madison Square Garden, but let's go back to earlier this year when the Colgate games commenced. The Colgate Women's Games preliminary meets take place at Pratt Institute in Brooklyn over 5 thrilling weekends in January and February. Over 20,000 competitors have turned out for the games each year since 1980. The competitors build up points at each meet at Pratt, and the 6 with the highest scores at each event go on to the finals at Madison Square Garden. Competitors come from Long Island, New York City, and Hudson County, New Jersey. Age and background are unimportant. The games are unique in their ability to reach out and touch so many lives so personally. The spirit and energy that you feel here at Pratt comes from one thing all these people have in common: their love for the sport. Since 1975, over $300,000 have been awarded in scholarships. Yes, the Colgate Games have done so much for their competitors. And back here at Madison Square Garden, we're in the last 2 laps of the College and Open 1,500 meters. And leading comfortably is Cindy Wood, followed by Suzanne Shea and Judy Allen. Cindy won this event last year, setting a new Madison Square Garden record of 4:28.35. She also holds the games record of 4:20.40.
Cindy's changed her training, Bud, in the last 2 years. She spends a lot more time working on her technique and on the track itself instead of being only out on the road. And it's shown in her time.
Here she comes down the final straightaway. Looks like she's going to break her Madison Square Garden record of 4:28.35. She nears the finish line. Oh, my goodness, the official time is 4:20.57, almost 8 seconds better. Here's Fred with Cindy.
Cindy, you've had a heck of a year.
Yes, I have, Freddie. I'm very happy this year.
You know, I've watched you run outside, you've run cross-country, you've run marathons, and now you're back here in the Colgate Games. What do you think your future's going to be?
Well, you know, I don't know. I really don't know where my potential lies. I've been jumping from the mile to the marathon, and I think I got to think about real fine this year, because next year is the Olympics, and, you know, it's either got to be the 1,500, the 3,000, or the marathon. And you got to train for either the 15 or the 3 or the marathon. You can't train for both.
Here's U.S. Congressman Charles Rangel and his charming wife, Alma, with WABC's Chi-Chi Williams. More in a moment.
Ultra Bright gets you noticed. Ask Richie. For weeks, he'd been working his heart out for Lynn, the exercise instructor. But to Lynn, Richie was nobody. Then Richie discovered Ultra Bright White. Dynamite fresh. It got him noticed. Next day, Lynn and Richie started training together. They've been in great shape ever since. Get in condition with Ultra Bright for a smile so white, breath so fresh, it gets you noticed.
Now for your virtually impossible wash load. Introducing new Dynamo Action Plus. Dynamo Action cleans your whole wash, plus extra stain removers clean stains you thought were impossible. With chocolate, gravy, and ketchup, we'll stain these blouses. Look, Dynamo Action Plus cleaned that impossible stain, but the leading liquid left it in. Dynamo Action Plus cleans more kinds of stains better than the leading liquid or powder for cleaner-looking clothes. New Dynamo Action Plus cleans the impossible wash load.
Now we go to the high school 200 meters, featuring Angela Williams, one of the game's top athletes. This is her 7th Colgate Games. She holds both the games record set in the preliminaries at Pratt and the Garden record, both 24.51. This girl has an enormous future in track. And right beside her, Robin DeSignora, who's only a sophomore, but she has a great future, too. And on the outside is Kelly Kelly. Now, in the 200 meters, the girls must stay in their own lanes for the complete race.
Down on the track, watching this race and many others intently, is Ed Temple, the coach of Tennessee State University, who has coached Wilma Rudolph, Wyoma Tyus, and Madeline Manning to Olympic titles. Guess who he's watching in this race?
That's who everybody's watching. On the inside is Angela Williams. They're off. Very fast start by Angela. That's DeSignora in the middle. On the outside is Shelley Kelly.
Angela never gets out this fast, but she's already broken the stagger.
And it looks like she's out ahead right now. On the inside, she has this race won, but can she break her Garden record of 24.51? Down the stretch, her time looks good, Fred.
She's flying, but she knows she's trying for the record. Robin DeSignora comes in second. And let's wait for the official time. The time is 24:01, a new national high school record.
Let's go down to Coach Ed Temple and Angela.
Angela, they tell me that you have set 4 out of the 7 times that you have ran in the Colgate games, you have set records. I would like to congratulate you on a tremendous performance.
Thank you, Coach Temple.
Well, you know, looking at you here at the Colgate games, what you look like you're going to be a blue chipper, and we're just hoping that you're going to do just as great a job at Tennessee State University as you did up here at the Colgate games.
I hope to put in as much as I can because going to Tennessee has been my dream for about 3 or 4 years, and I really want to do my part down there.
Now we go to the high school shot put. This is Cheryl Klein of Bellport High School. Getting all set. Oh, it's a great throw. Looks like the longest of the day. You never know it by the expression on Cheryl's face. Pretty cool customer. Measurement by Keith Allen, a fine 400-meter hurdler. And it's 12.77 meters, about 43 feet. Now, that's the longest so far. Nobody beats that. Cheryl Klein will be the winner. And now we go to the college and open 200-meter dash. Should be a great race because we have an excellent field. On the inside is Robin Jackson.
Robin Jackson is a many-time finalist, but she's been away from the games for 2 years.
Beside her is Helena Nelson from York College, and that's in the Bronx.
Since 1977, Helena Nelson's been either first or second.
Renee Campbell is on the outside.
Renee was a high school finalist last year. This race is going to be a very close one because every race in the semis and in the preliminaries has come down to the wire between Helena Nelson and Robin Jackson.
200 meters, they must stay in their lanes. There's the starter, Betty Williams, to watch. Jackson on the inside, Nelson in the middle. Here they come.
Now, this is a study in contrast here. Helena Nelson, a great straightaway runner, unable to run the turns properly. Robin Jackson can run great curves.
Looks pretty close right now. That is Nelson out ahead. Jackson on the inside, around the final bank curve, into the straight they come. And now picking up is Jackson. Nelson responds. Down the straight they come. And you tell me the winner, Brad.
That's the way it's been going, but all the way through the series.
It looks like Helena Nelson might have edged out Robin Jackson with Renee Campbell third.
I'm glad we have a photo timer today.
We'll take a look at it once again.
Now, here they come down the straightaway. Helena Nelson cannot negotiate the turns as well as Robin Jackson. But in the straightaway, she's a little better runner. And this is where she gets Robin right at the wire. Helena Nelson, the winner.
And the official time is 24.83.
Helena, what's next?
I'm going for outdoor now. Hoping to run 22.
What about you, Robin?
I'm aiming for outdoors to go into the quarter, hopefully to break my best of 53.8.
Well, good luck to the both of you, and hope to see the both of you back here fighting again next year.
Cheryl Klein's toss was the best in the high school shot put. Here she's receiving her first place trophy from the Jets' Marty Lyons. Back in a moment.
New Cura flexible lots to bend your elbow. New Cura flexible lots to bend your knee. It's for fingers and for toes. Even put one on your nose. A new Cura that will stretch as you can see.
This new Curad is flexible, and the ouchless pad won't stick to boo-boos.
There'll be lots of happy faces, cause it stays on bending places. A brand new Curad made for you and me.
New Curad flexible ouchless bandages.
Lemon tree, very pretty. And the lemon smells so sweet.
You got a whiff of Ajax dishwashing liquid with real lemon juice.
Mmm, lemony. But look at these spaghetti specials.
Lemony Ajax works longer, so you to wash more dishes. In a test on equal stacks of spaghetti dishes, Lemony Ajax washes to the finish. The leading liquid doesn't. Lemony Ajax gets dishes so grease-free, they squeak.
Yeah.
This is Marty Lyons with Cream Pickering. She's getting ready to run the 55 meters today. And, Cream, are you nervous at all?
No.
You're not nervous. And I know you're anxious to get out there and run. How are you going to do it today?
I will win.
You're just going to run as fast as you can, right?
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you. And I know everybody up here wants to see you win today.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
8-year-old Kareem Pickering set a new national age record of 8 seconds for the 55-meter dash in January at the Colgate Games preliminaries at Pratt Institute in Brooklyn. Kareem trains at Pratt, traveling by subway from Manhattan with her mother twice a week. And Kareem's speed astonishes the fans, including her father, Maurice Pickering, who was born in Guyana.
You got a very good start?
I think so.
So anyhow, you brought it home, and that's good.
Kareem's family comes to watch her race. Her father encouraged Kareem to compete so she could win trophies like her brothers. And her coach is Fred Thompson.
She keeps me laughing all the time. I'm trying to low-key it with her. She only trains twice a week. She's exceptionally talented. In East Germany or Russia, she would be in a sports school today. Where after this meet is over and what have you, I think what we're going to do is really downplay all of the competition and give her a chance just to go into things that have to do with knowing her body, gymnastics and what have you. We call her ET because we think she's been here before somewhere or the other.
And this is the Elementary A 55-meter dash with Kareem Pickering. The ages are between 6 and 8. And here's the lineup. Lane number 1 is Cynthia McDuffie. There's Yvonne Harrison in lane number 2.
She was quite scared, but she was crying a little bit before the race.
Well, the tension must be terrific on these young girls. And this is Kareem Pickering, holds the game's record at 8 seconds. Here's a girl might give her some trouble, Susan Jones. But Tanya Vereen, they're all very serious, Fred. There's a little smile. And lane number 6, Nashara Rose. Boy, they're really concentrating. And there's the starter, Bob Johnson, with last-minute instructions. 55-meter dash, the lady to watch is in number 3. There she is, Kareem Pickering. Oh, she gets a great start. Pulls immediately away from Jones and Vereen. Look at her go. And she wins easily. Kareem Pickering, Jones is second, Vereen third. And we might have a new garden record.
That looked like Dolores Smith. You're very excited. Kareem's arms are beautiful. She comes out of the blocks, pumping away. Running straight forward, arms real high. Kareem can run just as fast as she wants to.
And it's 8.41 seconds, a new garden record for Kareem Pickering.
Congratulations, Don. You're very beautiful, and you're very wonderful, and you're a very fast lady.
Thank you.
Now we go to the mid-school dash, which is grades 6, 7, and 8. In lane number 1 is Tornette Story.
Well, she's been here several times. She was a winner in one of the prior years.
Beside her in lane number 2 is Tinette Williams. This is a fast lady, Pam Jones, the defending champion.
But she's been undefeated through the preliminaries of the semifinals.
Lane number 4, Diane Atkins. Lane number 5 is Andrea Huson.
She's been around an awful lot too, Bud.
And in lane number 6, Ramona Stevenson. Fred, those numbers seem to be on their hip, their right hip. Shouldn't they be on the left hip for the automatic timer?
Well, but we gave them 2 numbers each. Some go on the back, and the smaller number is supposed to go on the left hip. The photo timer will be able to pick them up in cases of very close races. Some of the youngsters, you notice, to put it on the front.
Well, they're all nervous. There's the start. Good start by Story in lane 1. But here comes Pam Jones. Atkins on her right. Pam Jones pulls out ahead. She wins it. And Atkins is second. Andrea Huson is third. And that's a new Games and Garden record. And if Krista Washington makes this jump, she wins. She does. And that ties the garden record of 3 feet 10 inches for Elementary A. High school 55-meter dash. Here are the lane announcements once again. In lane number 1 is Nicole Williams. Boy, the mothers spend a lot of time on these hairdos. They're beautiful. In lane number 2 is Yuri Spence.
Yuri's been here quite a few times too, bud.
A girl to watch. Lane number 3 is Odessa Small. Lynn Spivey.
I don't know if you remember Lynn a couple of years ago. Very thin and tall.
Tina Bartholomew in lane number 5. And it'll be Jackie Blackwell in lane number 6. Girls already, high school, 55 meters. Good close-up of Odessa Smalls.
Odessa's the favorite here. She's been running extremely well at Pratt. And I don't know if anybody will be really close to her. She's been running away every weekend.
Great stop by Odessa Smalls. Poor one by Spivey. Smalls pulls away. Spivey coming on. Odessa Smalls is the winner. Tina Bartholomew is second. And Yuri Spence is third. And it's another Colgate record. Two of the most popular celebrities here, Ashford and Simpson. And now here's Andrew McCardle with Odessa Smalls.
I'm sure it takes a lot of dedication and a lot of talent to get here. But do you have to give up a lot of time with your friends and things like that? Very much. But it's all worth it? You can say that. Well, congratulations. And do you want to pursue this after high school?
Well, what I would like to do is make the Olympics in '84.
Another star of Annie, Sandy, always a welcome celebrity at the Colgate Women's Games. More in a moment.
Using that expensive detergent in these times? Expensive? Not Fresh Start. Come on, Beth. That small bottle costs about the same as this big box of detergent.
Sure, but I get the same number of wash loads because Fresh Start is concentrated. You only need a quarter cup.
But how well can a quarter cup work?
Better than your detergent. Fresh Start's got an extra whitener, extra brightener, and stain fighters your big box doesn't have.
You know, I just had a great idea.
I think your idea has a lot of value.
Fresh Start. Just a little detergent gets you a lot of clean.
Lynn is trying Colgate Winter Fresh Gel for the first time.
Hey, what a super-looking gel. Mmm. Let me try. What a cool taste. Let me try. Mom!
Colgate Winter Fresh Gel is a creamy blue gel packed with proven MFP fluoride, the maximum fluoride protection a toothpaste can give.
Lynn, it's good for both of you.
Want some? Sure.
Regular flavor Colgate or Colgate Winter Fresh Gel. Maximum fluoride protection in a great tasting gel.
Fresh and clean as a whistle. That's Irish Springs. Fresh and clean as a whistle.
Irish Springs Green and White Stripes have two truly effective deodorants. Two deodorants.
And a fine fresh scent. So you're fresh and
Clean as a whistle.
that's Irish Spring deodorant soap. Gets you fresh and clean as a whistle.
Coming into the final lap of Elementary B 800 meters, way out ahead is Monica Ruiz. She's the defending champion and also holds the Colgate Games record set at the preliminaries at Pratt. She also holds the Games record. And she can hold this pace, Fred. She might break her own record.
Well, I call her the little giant. This is her last year in Elementary B. She has records in A and B. But she said before she leaves this division, she wants to put down another record. And she's really trying right now.
Looks like she might do it. Coming to the finish line, Monica Ruiz. Unofficially, she's done it, but let's wait and see what her time officially is. We're still waiting for that record to come up officially, if it is a record.
There it is, Bud. 2:23:33.
By gosh, she's done it again. Monica Ruiz sets another record in the Elementary B 800 meters. Being congratulated there by Andrina Gray. Now we go to the mid-school 800 meters. Another close race here. Perhaps they've been extremely close this evening. In lane number 1, very pretty girl, Rachelle Clinton, who's the favorite.
Rachelle's coached by her father, Artie Clinton, from Staten Island.
Lane number 2, a girl to watch too, is Amy Samuels.
Amy And two of the other youngsters in this race are all from the same track club.
Lane number 3, Marianne Marks.
Marianne Marks is a twin.
And here's a tough competitor, Aranda Watson.
Aranda's a year ahead of herself, only 10 years old, competing against older girls.
Lane number 5 is Marie Graham.
This is the national record holder for 11-year-olds.
Another very lovely girl. Lane number 6, Nicole Turo.
Nicole is new to the games, and she makes the finals in her first year.
And to watch, Rachel Clinton and Aranda Watson, and also Amy Samuels. There they go. Clinton goes out ahead, followed by Amy Samuels. And Nicole Turo from the back is making a big move. Goes into 3rd place.
This is an interesting race, Bud. We have the national record holder at 11 years old, Marie Graham at 2:22.2. The national 10-year-old record holder, Aranda Watson, 2:18.8. And Rochelle Clinton and Amy Samuels, who both run under 2:19. So it's going to be a great race.
It's still Clinton, Samuels, and Turo. And coming on the outside is Aranda Watson.
Aranda's progressed all the way through the series. She's only 10 years old, and I think she's done very well this season.
It's still Clinton out ahead, followed by Samuels and Aranda Watson.
Rachel's sending a very forward pace. Most of the time in the series, Rachel has gone to the front with Amy following her. Aranda's always trailed and tried to kick later on.
Clinton still leading. Samuels right behind her. Watson in 3rd place.
Look at the height difference on these girls.
Aranda Watson in 3rd place, closing it up. It is still Clinton, Samuels, and Watson.
Fatigue is starting to set in a little bit. You look at the facial expression.
Samuels moving up on Clinton. Now she moves to the outside, trying to pass her. Looks like she's going to do it, Fred.
A good move on the straightaway. She didn't try to make it on the turn. It was an excellent move, but Rochelle responded.
And look at Watson coming up.
You notice there was a little bumping there.
Watson trying to take the lead from Clinton.
One lap to go, and it's a little pushing on the turn, but Watson gets ahead. There was no break in the stride pattern. Rochelle Clinton goes back at Aranda Watson. And in 3rd, Amy Sanders is still coming on the straightaway.
Here they come around the final turn. It's Watson. Goes off the track. Clinton trying to catch her. Clinton moves to the outside. Can Watson hang on? Here comes Clinton, and it looks like Clinton took her just at the wire. Rochelle Clinton was first, I believe. Aranda Watson was 2nd.
But that's an object lesson. You're not at the finish line until you get there. Aranda Watson eased up and then dove at the last moment when she saw Rochelle Clinton on her side. Here's the slow-mo, and here they come around the turn. They're pushing a little bit on this turn, but Rochelle Clinton did not break a stride pattern. That would have been grounds for an infraction and for Aranda Watson to be disqualified. Off they come off the last turn. Aranda Watson's fatigued, and she steps on the curbing and falls off the track. Rochelle Clinton keeps driving. What a competitor. Aranda thinks she has the race won, but she hasn't. Here comes Rochelle Clinton. Aranda eases, dives at the last moment. Too late.
And now the 2-time U.S. Olympian, Francie LaRue.
This is Monica Ruiz, winner of the Elementary B 800-meter. Monica, you ran your best time here today, didn't you?
Yes.
Do you know what that time was?
No, I don't know what it is.
I think it was like 2:23. You know, somebody was saying that you were thinking about moving up into the next age division because you don't have anybody to run against. Is that true?
Yes, I want to move up.
Special trophy to Tressa Smith, outstanding athlete of the preliminaries and semis at Pratt Institute. And we'll be back with more of the 800 meters after this.
Today's science goes beyond fluoride toothpastes with one of the greatest cavity-fighting discoveries in decades. Now for your child, FluoriGuard Dental Rinse. Extra fluoride protection that's so effective, children who used a fluoride rinse after brushing got 40% fewer cavities than with fluoride toothpaste alone. FluoriGuard with the taste kids like. FluoriGuard's accepted by the American Dental Association. With a fluoride rinse, children got 40% fewer cavities than with fluoride toothpaste alone.
Madge, I really dig rock.
Well, those hands look like you've been digging rock.
Oh, it's dishwashing. What'll I try?
Everything and use palm olive liquid. You're softening in it.
Feels soft, like a lotion. Must be mild. But how does it clean?
Great.
Right, Madge. Palm olive cleans away the toughest grease, leaves dishes and pans spotless.
And palm olive softens hands while you do dishes.
Madge, palm olive is really cool.
I thought it was chilly in here. Remember, palm olive softens hands while you do dishes.
Keith, the New York Times called the Colgate Women's Games a showcase for female track stars. But I think just as important is that everybody can enter it, from a little girl who's 6 years old or over to a 30-year-old and over.
That's right, Bud. The games are open to women of all ages and all abilities. And we're very proud of our reputation as a major track and field event and of the many national records that our young women break. And we're equally proud of those who don't break records. And that's why the games are open for everyone. I've seen girls come here that don't know how to vault a hurdle, but they soon learn. But more important, they learn self-confidence, self-esteem, and persistence. And, Bud, we at Colgate think that they're important lessons for all young people to learn. And if the games does nothing else than that, then it's very worthwhile.
Well, Keith, may I really admire and congratulate your company for their civic enterprise. I think that the Colgate Games does so much for young girls, and I guess that's why you've received 6 very important civic awards.
That's right, Bud.
Wonderful,
We're very
really
proud.
is. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now we go to the high school 800 meters. We've had fabulous races so far this evening. Lane number 1 will be the favorite. There she is, Doreen Best.
She's the other half of the Best sisters.
Beside her is Tanya Bynes.
A many-time finalist. She's been in the finals 4 straight times.
That'll be Doreen's closest competitor, probably. A very serious Sandra Williams.
Sandra's one of the most improved competitors in the game. She's on her way to college.
Lane number 4, Katrina Black.
This is her 6th year in the finals. Almost every year she's been in the 1500.
Yolanda Caldwell in lane number 5. In lane 6, another Yolanda. This is Yolanda Wilson.
She's a former games winner.
And completing the field on the outside is Greer Spates.
Greer Spates and Yolanda Wilson are teammates at Bishop Loughlin High School.
High school, 800 meters. Doreen Best on the inside. Tanya Bynes with her, and they're off. Doreen Best with a very quick lead, followed by Tanya Bynes.
Who can ever forget last year when the 2 Best sisters ran 1 and 2 in this race and put their arms around each other? Doreen now is running the 800. Deirdre is in the 1500.
Boy, Doreen looks strong, Fred.
Well, all the way through the series she's done this. She's gone right out to the front, showing a lot of confidence. Sandra Williams is in 2nd place. This is a very improved athlete.
Doreen Best and Sandra Williams, 1 and 2.
Tanya Bynes is in 3rd place. Yolanda Wilson's in 4th, and Katrina Black is in 5th.
But still, Doreen Best, Sandra Williams, and Tanya Bynes beginning to struggle a bit.
Doreen's setting a torrid pace, Bud. Good form, beautiful technique, tremendous relaxation in the shoulders.
But Sandra Williams is staying right with her.
They probably train an awful lot together, but they're teammates.
Two laps to go. There's our leader, Doreen Best, beginning to pull a little bit away from Sandra Williams.
Well, this is when fatigue sets in, the last 300 meters or so.
And it's still Doreen Best, Sandra Williams, and Tanya Bynes.
Sandra Williams hasn't quit now. She's still there in this race. Tanya Bynes is struggling a little. There's 1 lap to go.
This is it. Doreen Best beginning to frit a little bit, but Sandra Williams tries to hang in there.
But she's very close. This is a very good race for Sandra Williams.
Round the final curve, into the final straight. Sandra Williams is trying to make a move on Doreen Best. Nope, she cannot do it. And Doreen Best is our winner. Sandra Williams is second. She's pretty happy.
A beautiful time, Bud. 2:10.17. It's faster than the time last year.
Yes, that breaks the Madison Square Garden record of a 2:11.11.
This is Doreen Best. She won the high school girls 800 meters. Doreen, last year you were second to your twin sister.
Yes, I know. And when she went up to the 1500, I stayed in 800 this year. And we both really did good in that.
Well, you broke her record this year, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I'm surprised. I had one go for the record, the Colgate Games record, but I was trying to beat somebody else's record. I beat my sister's.
Well, that's great. I know that you're faced with a dilemma now. You're thinking about college next year. Have a lot of schools approached you?
Yes, I was thinking about the college, and a lot of schools had talked to me, and I did not decide what school I'm going to, but they had approached me of asking what college I would like to go to.
Well, thanks to Colgate. Now you've got some scholarship money to help you out. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Outstanding Newcomer Award goes to Shala Lynch, who in the preliminaries set the national age group 1,500-meter record for 13-year-olds. Earlier, Congressman Charles Rangel interviewed Shala and her sister Nena.
Where do you go from here, assuming that you break all the records that you want to break and serve as an inspiration for so many other young people? Where does it all end? Scholarship and fame?
The Olympics.
Is that right? Is that what you're really shooting for?
That's what we're shooting for.
Fantastic.
Yeah, eventually the Olympics someday for me. That's my long shot goal.
We'll be back with more Colgate winners after this.
Ultra Bright gets you noticed. Ask Richie. For weeks, he'd been working his heart out for Lynn, the exercise instructor. But to Lynn, Richie was nobody. Then Richie discovered Ultra Bright White, dynamite fresh. It got him noticed. Next day, Lynn and Richie started training together. They've been in great shape ever since. Get in condition with Ultra Bright for a smile so white, breath so fresh, it gets you noticed.
Now for your virtually impossible wash load. Introducing new Dynamo Action Plus. Dynamo Action cleans your whole wash, plus extra stain removers clean stains you thought were impossible. With chocolate, gravy, and ketchup, we'll stain these blouses. Look, Dynamo Action Plus cleaned that impossible stain, but the leading liquid left it in. Dynamo Action Plus cleans more kinds of stains better than the leading liquid or powder for cleaner-looking clothes. New Dynamo Action Plus cleans the impossible wash load.
Well, Fred, there were many other winners and outstanding performances here this evening at the Colgate Games in Madison Square Garden. Let's go to the 55-meter dash.
Yes, but in elementary B, there was Shoshana Jones, who ran 7.64 and tied a Colgate Games record. In the college open division, there was Miriam DeGraff, who never ran indoors before, who ran 6.97. No, but our grants and aid, the winners are held in trust and sent to educational and vocational institutions of learning upon the request of the awardee.
You know, what I enjoy, Fred, is watching the young ones like these elementary A we're just looking at right here. So many keep on moving up in class and improving. And we've seen it so many times as being the 9th Colgate Games, which are open to all women. It's just wonderful to watch them progress, mature, and improve their track standing.
In the elementary B 400, Michonne Wiggins ran the race of her life, where she ran 105.66 and holding off Annette Gregory. In the high school 400, Marcel Kendall, bound for the Big Ten and Iowa University, ran 56.74. In the college open division, 6-foot-tall Grace Jackson, bound for the Olympic Games next year to represent her native Jamaica. 1,500-meter run. A bright newcomer, Shola Lynch, in 4:48.8, the Madison Square Garden record. Deirdre Best. We're bound to see Deirdre next year in the Olympic trials. She ran 4:39.12, and there are many colleges after her. In the 30 and over division, a new Madison Square Garden record by Isabel Carmichael of 4:36.85. It's hard to stay in those lanes in Madison Square Garden, but Michelle Brown did in 31:39. Kimya Bruce in the elementary B 200-meter dash. Tremendous power. Kimya Bruce in 28:18. One of the bright new finds in the Colgate Games this year, running only 4 months. We're going to hear a lot from Anitha Harper, who ran 25:76. Carmen Brown, back again, winning very easily in 25:96 in the 30 and over division.
Her 9th games, and she's won 8 times.
In the 800-meter division, elementary A, Tisha Stamp, the little girl with the big kick, 2:48.77. And again, Robin Blaine and Carol Jones, the 2 school teachers. Robin Blaine winning in 2:13.05. In the high jump, Kim Shelton, growing a lot after 1 year, jumping 4 feet 2 inches in the elementary B division. In the mid-school division, Crystal Hawkins, a jump of 5 foot, a new Madison Square Garden record. Lydia Clark won the high school division with a jump of 5 foot 4 inches. Look how tall Lydia's become. One of the only straddlers in the games, Arlene McMillan, a different type of form, 5 foot 4 inches, winning the College Open division. In the shot put. Our winner last year, she was brand new to the games last year, and now she's a veteran. Nancy Schaefer again wins the shot put. In the College Open shot put, Minnie Davis, a Madison Square Garden record of 15 meters, 75 centimeters. Minnie's one of the best competitors in the United States.
And now we go to special awards. Tanya McIntosh, most improved competitor in the games. In her first year running, her time for the 400 meters, 56.62. And Angela Williams, outstanding performance at Madison Square Garden, setting a national high school record of the 200 meters. And here's her record-breaking performance once again.
But Angela must really love to run in the guard. She ran 24:51 last year. She ran 24:10 in the TAC championships, placing second. And here she is running 24:01, a new national high school record.
Fred, with 15 records set this evening, of the 9 games, this has to be the most successful.
Yes, it is, Bud. And I love all the bright new faces coming into the game. You know, I'm really looking forward to Colgate Women's Games 10.
And so am I. It's a wonderful, warm, athletic event. And I'm Bud Palmer for Fred Thompson saying goodbye from Madison Square Garden. Hope that you've enjoyed the 9th Colgate Women's Games. 9th Colgate Women's Games has been brought to you by New Dynamo Action Plus. Cleans the impossible wash load. By Ultra Bright, for a smile so white, breath so fresh, it'll get you noticed. By Irish Spring, the double deodorant soap that gets you fresh and clean as a whistle.
New York, you deserve something special. So on top of all the other prizes in McDonald's $1 Million Taste Game, we're giving away special prizes for the New York area.
Every McDonald's in New York will give away a Mattel Electronics portable Burger Time game.
Plus, and in television, too. Plus, New York, McDonald's is giving away 3 Burger Time arcade games. Plus, this Intellivision entertainment computer system with trips to Florida on Eastern Airlines. So play New York, there's something special in it just for you.
Today, take your first step into a bright new world of investment opportunity and financial security. Let Prudential Bache introduce you to Total Financial Planning, a lifetime strategy to properly place your investment assets for maximum returns. Total Financial Planning, the only sensible course of action for the uncertain 80s, and we offer it to you. Call us now. Prudential Bache Securities. Bring us your future.